Hello everybody and welcome back to our FusionFall retro playthrough. My name is Prizzy, and in the last part we did a lot of missions involving cleaning up downtown, City Hall, and Townsville Center specifically. Today we're going to be moving on into the wilds a little bit. I mentioned the last part that we had a couple missions that took us into the wilds that we were going to be doing. And that's what we're going to be doing. So first off, you may notice that it might sound a little bit differently. That's because I do have a new mic. I upgraded my mic. So hopefully it is an upgrade. If it isn't, if the quality like really sucks or you don't like it compared to the old parts, please let me know and I'll try to do my best to like figure out how to fix it. But this is a better mic than I once had. So hopefully it sounds at least a little bit better. But let's start off our quest by first saying that our nano lineup today is brought to us by Kyle. Thank you so much, Kyle. You suggested him, Blue, and Numbuh 5, and that is exactly what we are running today. A good nano suggestion. All three of these nanos are very, very good, and we'll definitely be using them a lot this part. So let's talk to Mayor and start our journey this episode.
Do you need a mission or something?
Cleaning up City Hall, Part 2. The water around City Hall just smells plain awful. I heard about a fellow at Camp Kidney who knows a thing or two about plumbing. Can you go find him? Well, yes I can, because that is exactly where we are going to be going next. Talk to Toilinator. Well, yeah, that's where we're going to be going. First, obviously, we have to go to... We're going to be taking the monkey over to City Station, because that's how we actually get to City... not City Hall. That's how we actually get to Mount Blackhead to begin with. So we're going to be taking the scamper on over there. Also, one of the mandroids down there actually has a mission for us that we're going to be accepting. I believe it's to talk to Fuzzy Lumpkins. So we're definitely going to be doing that. The only trouble with how my plan for this episode is laid out is that we'll have two missions in our journal that will basically... Because I remember at the end of this episode, end of this part, it kind of forces us to go back and talk to Mare, as well as the Wilderness Express mission we're about to take also has us come back and talk to the Mandroid. So our mission journal is going to be a bit cluttered for a little bit as we do this, but let's talk to the Mandroid and see what he has to do. Wilderness Express Part 1. Attention, your efforts are required in the task of targeting the entity Fuzzy Lumpkins. Nano development has been initiated. So yeah, Fuzzy Lumpkins, who we haven't met yet, but we will this part because he's going to be in Leakey Lake. Which is our next area of going, or the next area that we're going to be going to. Let's head on over to the wilds. We also have a mission that we need to talk to Numbuh 3 to get. She has two missions, but we can only take one right now, based on what I'm remembering. Hopefully it makes more sense when we finish some more missions. But, Numbuh 3, hello. I don't know which ones these are. Help Leakey Lake is covered with treacherous and goo, and the monster just planted a Gooey Trap. Okay, so that's a Gooey Trap one. This one is... I'm going to do this one first. Wow, did you see that meteor fall from the sky? I think it came right from Planet Fusion. Can you check it out? Yes, we can. But first things first, we're going to be going to talk to Toilinator. Because that's what our mission tells us to do. And because it will help us get to Leakey Lake, at least somewhat quickly.
Hey, where you going?
It's actually, I think, quicker to go from Blackhead, but there's a, like, direct path. Well, I guess there's a direct path from both locations, but I think, like, Leakey Lake, or going to Leakey Lake from Camp Kidney is a bit easier. You also may have wondered, oh, my inventory is getting a bit full. Ooh, got some nice things. I'm keeping my my holosuit on, though, because I really like it. But you're probably wondering why I didn't accept the other mission, because there's an open slot right here, and you'll see that when we land in a second, because... Dun, 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 reveal. I can't see it from here. Reveal. May Kanker has a mission for us. That's why I did that. Why do you have a mission for us? Hello? Did I not do yours?
Mission.
Oh, there's a new one, too. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Because of the new update, Flapjack has a nano enhancement mission. This poses an interesting thing. I forgot that this was a thing that we had to do. I feel like we should probably take this one first before May Kanker's. I'm sorry, May. We got another nano that Mojo Jojo wants us to look into, but I think you're more qualified. Go find this kid in Leakey Lake and get one of his spare neckerchiefs from me. It'll make it worth your while. The quid in question is out in Leakey Lake. Get a move on. I'm already late on some of my reports. Well, this puts a little bit of wrench in my plans. I forgot that was a mission. But let's, and Lou and you also. We have a lot of missions to do now, I guess. Arg, why does everyone come to me with their plumbing problems? I'm a powerful supervillain, don't you understand?
I'll be here if you need anything.
And then he wants us to go to the Leakey Lake infected zone. We also have to go get Flapjack's neckerchief, and we also have to go talk to Fuzzy Lumpkins. I'm very sorry, May. But we will be back for you, don't worry. We'll be back for that mission line. I'm not going to do Lou and You, which is the Toylander's other mission yet. I'm going to save that one. I'm going to save that one for, I believe, the next part. Because if all goes to plan in this part, we will be reaching level 16 by the end of it. Just by the way, because before every episode, I always take a little bit of a roadmap, if you will. Looking at all of the missions that are available to us, and then I will kind of plot out like a course of what to do. And the Flapjack missions kind of throw a wrench into that whole plan. So I think I'll be saving all of them for their own episode, just like how we did for Dracula. Obviously, except for his nano enhancement mission, because that's just on the way right now, and it's easy to do. I'm not going to try to attack these spiders. I don't want to fight them. But essentially, if you want to go to Leakey Lake, this is a little bit of a shortcut through the woods, but like this is a path that you can take, and it will take you, because that's Loch Ness right there. That's the Leakey Lake infected zone right there. And you will be able to access all the goods of Leakey Lake. Leakey Lake is a very cool area. I don't think it's necessarily underrated. I think a lot of people kind of like Leakey Lake's infected zone a little bit. You've reached Leakey Lake. I didn't even know that was a marker. That was for the Fuzzy Nano mission, right? Yeah. So I had no idea that was the waypoint. So good thing we went this way. Or else we'd have to make another trek. You come into a fork on the road here. Do not go up unless you are higher leveled, because there are striding lampreys up there that will... Are they striding lampreys or striding eels? I think they're eels. Lampreys are the ones in Forgotten Falls. But there are monsters up there, and it's kind of a dead end. But they will kind of... Well, I guess it's not necessarily a dead end, because you can jump off at any time. But, like, you can infer that the monsters will not be friendly with you. And there are a lot of them up there, so... Here is one of the new things we added in this update. We're going to go to the Leakey Lake infected zone. This is the Leakey Lake infected zone. It's nasty! But this is the new stuff that we added. There's a nano station here now, so you can change nanos whenever you want. Flapjack is a permanent NPC here. You can find the special aroma crystals inside. Bring them back to me. Well, let's go talk to Flapjack. He also has Salty Scavenger. Not going to do this one yet either. I'm going to save that one for its own part. I'm on a super important adventure to help save my friend Bubby. You need one of my neckerchiefs? Well, as long as it's going to go to a good cause. Here you go, friend. We also can, we're also going to go talk to Fuzzy, too. Eek, eek. That's just the thing we need. Come back so we can continue the nano project. Well, if you say so. We also have some fish here. We'll probably be fighting the fish in a little bit. But we also need to get Fuzzy Lumpkin's boomstick buckshot. Actually, I'm going to be doing this one first, because I think after this I have to talk to Fuzzy, if I'm not mistaken. And this is obviously just right here. We're going to be fighting these fish. The cogfish, a very weird enemy, but, you know, for some reason, I feel like they fit Leakey Lake really, really well. I know, obviously, they're based on fish, so it's a lake, but, like, I think, like, even, like, they're steampunk fish, which is really weird to think about, but, like, I think they're cool. That's where the meteor hit, but darn, no meteor. Where'd it go? Well, maybe these cogfish know something. Let's go take some out. Maybe those wild cogfish over there took the meteor. With what hands? They have fins. I don't... Also, I forgot Blue would be good against these guys because he is Adaptium. My one gripe with these guys is that they're very spread out. So if you wanted to fight, let's say, 5 of them for a mission, you might be finding yourself in a bad situation just because they are all over the place. But they're not honestly too terrible. They're kind of just in this lower divot area over here by the NPCs. There we go. Fooey. Or who? Fooey. I think that's how you say it. Fooey. The wild codfish don't have it. Wait, what's that near the crater? Well, let's go inspect the crater. I'm going to inspect it. I am an inspector. Meteor crater. Ooh, footprints. Big footprints. Follow them. Yeah, this is what I was remembering. Let's go follow the footprints. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a keep out sign. Normally that's not a good sign. Get it? It's not a good sign. Because it's a sign. Oh, I'm hilarious. Oh, you're near Fuzzy Lumpkin's cabin. Here's a weirdo. Bad news. Did Fuzzy take the meteor? Hello, Fuzzy. This is Fuzzy Lumpkins, by the way. Wilderness. Well, Fuzzy, before I interrogate you about what happened to that meteor, can I have your boomstick? Here, no, get off my property. Thanks, I appreciate. Or get off my property, is what he says. And then he also has property bothers. That's a Flapjack mission. And then he says, "Get off of my property." And then I better do what he says. This is hilarious because the mission thing says "Get off Fuzzy's property," spelled just like how he would say it. Nah, good work searching for that meteor, but that weird creepazoid Fuzzy Lumpkin stole it. Do something nice for him. Maybe he'll give it to you. Nice work, but Fuzzy's got that meteor. Go talk to him again. Just be really sweet. So I believe that unlocks part 2 of the mission line. Yeah, I'm not gonna do property bothers yet because this takes you to Acorn Flats, which we don't want to be in yet. If you want that dang blab space rock, you need to make me up some scrumptious stew. I mean, make me a mean fusion gumbo. I apologize for that, Fuzzy Lumpkin's accent. Leakey like done got all goopy. I love Fuzzy. Fuzzy's a really cool character. So we have the things we need. First things first is we got to collect 5 clawed claws. Because we need to make Fuzzy a mean fusion gumbo. The clawdads are right up here by his shack, so it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world to go and fight him. Whoa! Oh, my man entered hyperspeed there. Hello? What happened to that guy? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. He just took off at like Mach 3. Also, these guys are really squishy. So it should be very easy to get 5 clawed claws, especially because they drop them very often. Q, now you gotta get me some stride eel guts. Alright, well stride eels are right across the pond. Essentially on the other side of where Flapjack is standing. We also saw a bunch in like a pit over there. And we also need to go in the infected zone eventually, but that will be after we make Fuzzy his main fusion gumbo. Seems like a very gross pile of gumbo. Again, I am from the north, so like gumbo is not something that we eat normally up here. But I have been to the south before and tried it, and there's some good gumbo out there. Bubba Gump Shrimp, have you ever been there? Based on the movie, really good. They have gumbo, I'm pretty sure. I didn't have theirs, but I saw it on the menu. Stride eel guts. I feel like these are just very poisonous or toxic, and that you should not be eating them by under any circumstances. But like, you know, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge what Fuzzy wants to eat in his free time? This is a scattergun, isn't it? The gum thing? It might not be. I might be wrong about that. But these guys also drop their... Ooh, I am very low on health. I was about to go into combat. I guess I still am, but I can one-shot you with Numbuh 5. These guys are very switchy. Yummy. Now bring me all that stuff over to me and I'll put it in a pot. That was like more of like a Dracula voice than a Fuzzy voice. I'm sorry. Since we're passing it, I feel like we might as well go get the aroma crystals for Toilinator. Because we're... What are you? Hello? Get out of my face. I'm not trying to fight you. But I think it's really awesome that Flapjack is now an official NPC in the game. He just feels like he fits really well. But this is Loch Mess. It's a very cool infected zone. Just because of like the giant lake of fusion matter and like you have to platform around it. And I just really like a lot of the wild scenery in the game. It personally just really appeals to me. I don't know why that is, but like, let's get ourselves a run egg. This run egg will be very, very useful. Trust me. But actually, now that I actually forgot how many missions that there were that for us to do that are all kind of close to each other in Leaky Lake. So we're actually going to get a lot of stuff done today in the part. And then I'm going to take the zipline up here and then kind of leave it early because the aroma crystals can be found on kind of this middle thing. I'm actually going to climb the rest of this once we get up here. Good. Bring those back to me and I'll make you a special toilinator freshener. So toilinator who's out here making air fresheners. I don't lie, air fresheners are very good. I would very much recommend an air freshener if you needed one for your car or your room or your I don't know what else people use air fresheners for other than like their car or their room. Those are like the main two, I would say. I'm gonna take this egg and I'm gonna zipline on out of here. Gotta bring the crystals back to here. I am now full on inventory, so I'm going to need to sell some things or delete some things because we have to return to Fuzzy right now and give him his gumbo. But that is going to be the thing we do first. I'm going to delete... What's in our egg? A him mask. I feel like we already have one of those, but in case we don't, I'm going to hold on to it. I'll just delete you for the time being. Because once we turn in our items to Fuzzy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the zipline back to... I'm going to take the zipline back to... Mount Blackhead, because as you can see up there, there's a zipline that will take you all the way back to Mount Blackhead. And while I'm on the zipline, I'll manage my inventory a little bit, and then we can sell some things once we arrive there, and then take the monkey back to Tollinator and friends. But Fuzzy, I got something for you, Fuzzy. I'll just throw these things here in a pot. You can have that space rock. I don't want it anyways. Ooh, you need to bring that meter to Gwen at the cavern so she can study it. Gwen's not even close to here. Oh, I thought it was gonna be done by then. All right, well, let us hop back up onto the zip line. We'll fly back to Camp Kidney, and then we can assess our situation once more. I didn't realize that mission had you take it to Gwen. Gwen is in a level 17 area. Which is no problem to get to, technically, because it's the entrance. I can show you on the map. She is in Pimpleback Mountains, which is right here. We were right here in Leaky Lake, so it's obviously just like a little hop, skip, and jump. And Acorn, you kind of just have to go through Acorn Flats to get there. We're not going to be doing anything in Acorn Flats today, because there are now a couple of missions that will take you there, which is something new. Those are the new Flapjack missions that were added, because in the original game, there are absolutely 0 missions that take you to Acorn Flats, which is hilarious to think about, that they just made an area and gave 0 reason to ever visit it. It's really funny. But we are going to find a vendor real quick. I think the holosuit vendor is probably our best bet, and we will just sell. Oh, well, let's open our crates first. Oh, no, we did open all of our crates. Let's sell what we need to sell. I don't think any of these are necessarily too important. The blue skate shorts are obviously our best pants, so like selling pants are no big deal because I know that we have things that are better than it. The skate shoes are also probably better than anything we can have right now, so I'm going to sell the things that I also need to sell from that. I'm going to sell our screwdrivers and our weapons because all of our weapons are top of the line right now. The only thing is shirts. I'm not sure. That's 117. That's 119, so obviously that's better. That's also 117, but that's ugly. That's 124. So I like this X skate shirt, so I'm going to keep it. But I can sell the rest of these. I'm going to sell the him mask. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm ever going to wear it. And I think we'll be... Oh, I think we'll be fine after this. Perfect. Let's go to Camp Kidney again.
Hey, where you going?
We'll fly on over. And then we can take May Kanker's mission finally, because we'll have an open slot in our thing. And then, hopefully, let me check off some missions on our checklist. We did Mystery of the Meteor Part 1. And that's it. It's the only mission we finished as of right now. We still have a bunch more to go. I guess we don't have a bunch more to go. We have a couple more to... Because May Kanker will send us to Gwen, I'm pretty sure. So we can kind of knock those out with one stone. But yeah. Should be good. Let's return to Spencer Spider Monkey. We got the Neckerchief. You did good, kid. We'll finally get that Flapjack Nano research going. Take this reward.
See you soon.
See you soon, kid.
If you need a mission, I might be able to
With these aroma crystals, I can make a special refreshener that will knock out the toughest fusion odors. Wahaha!
Don't forget, I'm the Toilinator.
Don't forget, I'm the Toilinator.
Can I interest you?
Alright, we also have the Book of Prophecy Part 1. Why do boys run away when you chase them? How am I supposed to catch Ed? Can you help me?
Are you ready to be a hero? I'll be serious.
So, she's going to make us kill some striding eels. For what purpose? I've decided I'm not going to chase after Ed anymore. One of us has to mature. Instead, I'll mind control Ed to being my boyfriend. It looks pretty easy with the magic cells from Marie's Magic Book of Prophecy. Can you go get me a few teensy magic ingredients? 5 eel skins from Leakey Lake. This seems unethical in every possible way, but you know, sometimes you just gotta help out a sister if she's going through some boy troubles. I don't think that's actually a reasoning. Actually, first things first. I am going to fly back to what's it called? Mount Blackhead. For a couple reasons. One reason is that I'm going to quickly take the scamper back and forth from City Station, so I can turn in this mission, which will then open up another slot of missions, which I can then use for Treetop Troubles Part 3, which is the other mission that Numbuh 3 had that we didn't end up doing. And then I'll be able to knock out a bunch of Leaky Lake missions at once. So hopefully that works out properly. We also have the Demongo nano mission that we need to do, which we still have to head out to Leaky Lake, so I'm not sure exactly where that marker is, but we will be doing that this part for sure. So we will be getting our Demongo nano in this part, which is very cool. So let's just really quickly run on over to our Mandroid friend. Failure has not occurred. Mission is designated complete. Mission complete. Fuzzy Lumpkin's boomstick buckshot acquired. I'm very sorry about all of my impersonations of the Cartoon Network characters. I think it's really fun, but if you don't think they're fun, let me know. Or if you think they're good. Obviously, I don't think they're good, but if you like me doing them, let me know, because I think they're fun to try and imitate. But I can understand that some of them might be annoying. Just because. Alright, we're gonna go talk to Numbuh 3. Ooh, excuse me. Gotta go talk to Numbuh 3, and we're going to get these beans.
Are you here for a mission?
Ick! Leaky Lake is covered with terrafusers and goo, and those monsters just planted a Gooey Trap. You need to get that thing before the infection gets worse. We'll absolutely go out and do that. I'm sorry that we didn't do it before. Seems a bit irresponsible of us, if I'm being kind of frank with you. But we're going to, I believe, do that alongside the Demongo nano mission. Maybe. I'm not really sure. I don't remember much about the Demongo nano mission at all. So I'm not sure if there is a point where they can kind of coexist. But first thing we're going to be doing is Book of Prophecy, Part 1. This is the other path to Leaky Lake, essentially. It's a bit of a winding trail, but if you kind of cut over some of these hills, it's a lot faster. This is how I used to come to Leaky Lake every single time in the original game. I know there are 2 ways to get there. One is this path, and one is through Camp Kidney. But I preferred this path as a kid. I don't know why. I think it was because of up ahead, you kind of run along the edge. Well, one, you kind of run along this path over here, which is completely free of monsters, so it's very easy to not get attacked. Like on the original path here, we got attacked by those arachnids a lot. This part is completely monster free. You will not get attacked on this path, and you also kind of run along this like kind of lower area. by the infected zone, which I guess I thought was cool at the time. But, who's to say? Who's to say? We're going to move on over to the Striding Eels, which is... We already fought them before, and there's only 5 that we have to kill, so it should be very, very easy. Or it should be very, very easy, at least for me. You need to run through the infected zone and find the Gooey Trap. Uh-oh, is the timing start? Did the time start? Oh, the time started. Oh, this is not good. I guess we're doing this now. So, let's do this quickly. If the time runs out, the Gooey Trap might explode. So I didn't realize that it would start the I thought it would start the timer once you entered the infected zone, not when you walked by it. So this kind of also puts a hitch in my plan. The Gooey Trap is up top, so it's not too terrible to find. It's just you have to go up. Just remember to keep going essentially up and you'll find it. It's one of the easier Gooey Traps, I think, to hit in the game. Just because the Leaky Lake platforming is very straightforward, I would say. Or at least it's very obvious as to where you're supposed to go, in my opinion. Because you just take this up here, you take the zip line, and bam, you're up at the top. And there's a nice little path here for you that will take you straight to the Gooey Trap. But that will conclude Treetop Troubles, at least. Wow, you guys get great. And we have to return Numbuh Three. Where do we have to go in Leaky Lake? Over here? That seems very out of the way. I feel like that's by the Striding Lampreys, though, isn't it? Yeah. So I guess we will do that, too. Normally, I like to try to do... Come back and see me so I can get your reward. Normally, I kind of like to do it where I do one mission at a time and not try to jump between missions, because I feel like that might be confusing to view. If it's not, let me know. Ooh, that was a bit of an annoying noise. But if it's not, let me know. But I do try to do one mission at a time. So I apologize this part. I'm not really doing that. I'm kind of going off on my own path a little bit. This is actually by the Cogfish, so I'm going to be doing the Striding Eels first. Because that will take you right over there. This guy stops attacking me. Listen, I have no beef with you. I have beef with the Striding Eels right now. I call them Striding Lampreys because I think that name's a lot cooler, and because that's there's another version of this enemy that has that name, of Striding Lamprey. These guys are very squishy. Not as squishy as the Clawdads though, but Numbuh 5 one-shots them. Watch. Well, I guess you can't see now, but... Did not have eel skin, hello? I feel like they all should have eel skin. I feel like that's like part of their body, right? Who's to say? Who knows? Did not have eel skin, come on. I'm counting on you. Brother, I'm just trying to get some eel skin. For May Kanker, of all people. Come on. Are you serious? Brother. Okay, if I have to take out this giant group, one of them has to have it. There we go. There we go. Bring me those eel skins. Okay, so we gotta return to May with the eel skins. Since we're in the vicinity, we might as well do it now. Don't see a reason not to. Oh! Or I don't see a reason not to do it now. Actually, I do. I do see a reason not to do it now. Sorry, I'm thinking like 4 steps in advance. We gotta go do this one, I think. Right? Yes. Or me doing this one first. This takes you just over the hill over here. This is Demongo's nano mission. Because I think... Crikey! What cogfish are surrounding us? Help! Surrounding us? Are you sure you wanted to say that, Numbuh 4? It sounds like they're surrounding me. 'Tis best for any warrior to help those in need, defeat those wild cogfish. Well. I will certainly try it, but I'm still kind of a bit perplexed as to why Numbuh 4 said they're surrounding us. Do you see Numbuh 4 out here? Because I just see myself doing all the work, but you know, who's keeping track? Who's keeping... I'm certainly not keeping track. I feel like our nano lineup is actually super good for this episode. It's honestly a really good it's honestly a really good nano combination regardless, but like I think specifically for the cogfish and the lampreys, which are the ones we've been fighting the most, it's been really helpful, especially because blue is really good against the cogfish, and the other two are really good against the lampreys, and those are like the main two we've been fighting. Great job! Can you come see me at the jungle outpost, mate? Yes, we can. That's why I did this one first, because I remembered we had to go talk to Numbuh 4, or at least someone in Blackhead. I wasn't sure it was Numbuh 4 or not. And we can kind of kill all those birds with one stone if we go this way. Because we can swoop around, we can talk to May, and then we can, what's it called? We can go talk to Numbuh 4 after taking the monkey over to Mount Blackhead. And we also get to take a nice scenic walk through the woods. You know we love the scenic walks through the woods. But it took a while. It honestly took a while before we we got a lot of the progress done. We kind of have had a bunch of missions going on at once. But hopefully at the end of this we should be done with all of can I take this to Camp Kidney? Oh, I messed up. I was looking at my other monitor and I was trying to judge distance off that when that is not what I should be judging distance off. I don't think this takes you to Camp Kidney. It takes me closer. This takes you to, I think this takes you to Prickly Pines. Yeah. But it's kind of close to Camp Kidney. We can take a little bit of a pit stop. The jungle lines, honestly, I think would be so much more useful if you could take them both ways. I'm not sure if that was just like kind of a oversight on the original developer's part, or if that was like a technical limitation, how that you could only send someone one way down a zip line. Maybe they couldn't figure out how to do both, but I think I really like the idea of the jungle slider system, because the slider system obviously makes sense for downtown and suburbs because it's like a vehicle bus, but obviously it doesn't make sense for the wilds. So having like a row, like vines that you would swing off of is really cool, and I really like the concept of it. I just wish it was implemented a bit better. All right, May, we have your guts.
Can I interest you in a
Wow, you got the potion ingredients. I can't wait. Ed will be so happy. Once the potion makes him happy. Yuck, eel skins. Thank you so much. All right, and you have part 2 too. I've made my potion. Can you go deliver it to Ed in the jungle outpost? I very much can. That also helps because we have to talk to 3 people in Mount Blackhead. So good thing I did that. Good thing I remembered. Also, I need to... We did Mystery of the Meteor part 2. No, we haven't done that one. We did Book of Prophecy part 1. And that's it. And Wilderness Express. Still a few more missions for us to do. Or complete, at least. Which is... This part might be a long one. Just because we still have a couple of more things to do. And we're 30 minutes in already. So I apologize if you were not expecting a long episode, but turns out that's what we're doing. Alright, well I'm going to swoop around and talk to Numbuh 3 first, because hers should complete the mission.
Are you here for a mission?
Wow, you're really fast. Leaky Lake is still pretty dangerous, but I think it's a little safer now thanks to you. Did you ever think about joining the kids next door? You got the right stuff. Here's your reward.
It was fun talking to you.
Thanks, Numbuh 3. I appreciate the compliment. But let's also look at Ed. Oh boy, a potion! No, wait. Yeah, verily Double D said something about not drinking potions from the Kankers, right? I forget. Well, it smells delicious, like old eels. Yum. Wait, don't let Ed drink the potion. Bring it to me at Crystalline Caverns. Well, I guess that also is good that we haven't visited Gwen yet, because we have to go talk to her. But let's go talk to Numbuh 4 now. For Go Demongo Go. Thanks for the assist, mate. The bosses in this area is being controlled by a crazed fusion in a kilt. If you could track him down, you could save us a heap of trouble. He's at Leaky Lake. A monster in a kilt, eh? Could this be our boy? Yes, we have to go to the Leaky Lake infected zone. We also have to go talk to Gwen, and we also have to go talk to Mayor. I think first things first, we should talk to... Well, okay. So we're in a bit of a we're in a bit of a situation where we can do we can do either thing. We can do Demongo's nano mission, because that's on the way, or we can go talk to Gwen first and then do Demongo's nano mission. I think I'm gonna do Demongo's nano mission first, just because we're going to get there first. I also don't think we're going to survive being targeted by all of these mantises. We very much not. We're going to die. Well, let's try that again. That's the one thing I don't like about this path, is that it looks like you should be able to take this path through like this tree here, but it's completely covered by mantises. But I am very stubborn, so we're going to try to go through it again. We have a run. We got a run power egg now, so we should be able to run through it. We're gonna get targeted by that guy, for sure. But we have a healer. And we're going to jump through here. There we go. These are different than the cogfish, aren't they? No, they're the cogfish. I'm thinking of the great iron jaws. Those are... I don't think those had... Those were in the original game. I don't think they had any purpose whatsoever. But now we can travel over to, well, I guess we'll do Go Demongo Go first, and then we'll be doing the rest of these three. The only thing is that it will open up a lot of other missions for us to do. But we are on our way. And then after this, we can swing down to Acorn Flats, go through the super special Crystalline Caverns entrance, or not the Crystalline Caverns entrance, the Pimpleback Mountains entrance. The fusions in the infected area. Mate, watch out! I hear he's a real ringer. Oh, great! I had to look at that message a couple times. I had to look at it a couple times just to see what it could possibly have been. But we are going to. This fusion portal is not that hard to find. It is literally just right here. On the other end. It's hard to see from here because this kind of mound blocks it, but it's literally right here. Look, 'tis the Fusion Scotsman. He's working with Fusion Demongo. Okay. I tried to do an accent, but I failed. It was an epic failure. Oh, we have to defeat. Oh, we don't have to defeat any number of cogfish, which is good. So we can skip a couple if we have to. I don't. The only thing is this layer is, at least this part of the layer is very close quarters, so it's hard to skip monsters. This one might be doable. I think if we climb up here. Nope, he saw me. But I think this specific layer, the walls are very, very closed in, so it might be difficult to skip some of the monsters in here. As far as I know, Scotsman should be... Oh, hello! You showed up out of nowhere now, didn't you? Blue is actually super useful for this part of the layer. Okay, I think I can skip him. No, I think he's gonna see me no matter which direction I go. I don't want. I want to go this way, obviously, because this is where the fusion is. But he saw me. Yeah, there's another cogfish down there that we don't have to fight. That one's easily skippable, obviously, because he's just... There's Fusion Scotsman. Fusion Scotsman is... I want him to turn around. He's currently walking into a wall, looking a bit foolish, but he's one of the only fusions in the game that have a mouth, which is so weird. Fusions shouldn't have mouths, in my opinion. Except in super specific cases. But not only does he have a mouth, he has teeth, which is so just weird to look at, in my opinion. I feel like they just forgot that fusions aren't supposed to have mouths, and they gave it to him, but they just gave it to him, so I'm not sure why. So we got the Demongo Nano. His powers are Demon's Fire, which is a damage. Demongo's blazing attacks will damage all foes in the area. Hero's Strength, which is Snare. Demongo uses a Warrior's Essence to trap all monsters nearby. And Warrior's Resolve, which is a revive. The strength of the Warrior's Pass will revive you in battle. So I got a request to pick a revive for this character, and I was already going to do it anyway, but he brought up a good point. I wish I had the comic on hand. I'm so sorry. I just thought of it right now. But this is one of the we won't have another opportunity to get a revived self for a very long time. I believe Numbuh 4 nano is the next opportunity, which is like level 30 something. So we're gonna get Warrior's Resolve, which is a revive. And now that we have Demongo, if you have a nano suggestion for us using Demongo, I saw a couple in the comments last time, but like, you can totally request it and I will use it. And we already have enough fusion matter for the Forearms Nano mission, which we'll definitely get to. Not next part at all. I don't think we'll have time next part, but like in a couple parts down the line, we'll definitely be able to get our Forearms Nano. So now we have a couple of things to do. We have to go talk to Gwen. Go talk to Gwen and talk to Mayor, and then hopefully our adventure will be complete for this part. But the biggest thing that we have to do is I'm gonna heal up a little bit because we're gonna be running through this monster area. The biggest thing that we have to do is find Gwen because we haven't actually gotten to. Actually, we have gone to Pimpleback, but not in a regular part. We went there for the Kanishmas event missions because there was a Kanishmas event mission that had us go to talk to Gwen in Pimpleback, but we haven't actually gone there for a real live episode. So it's not, honestly, it's very easy to get to. The only problem you might have is if you if you get in combat with one of these Acorn Flats monsters, like how I just did. Like the Terrapins right there, they hurt. They're not necessarily going to hurt me that much because I am level 16, but if you're doing this mission as level 15, I think this is a level 15 mission. Also these slime serpents, they're ranged, so they will shoot at you from a distance. But honestly, you just kind of cross the border real quick into Acorn Flats, and then there's immediately just like a cut over here with some crystals. That's how you know you're entering Pimpleback Mountains. So you enter that. And Gwen is a bit of the ways inside, but she's not too far away. This area has some weird enemies. There's the bears with the chainsaws. There's we have the wild skeeters again. We also have the dynamite mines that we'll see later. We're not going to fight any of these guys because these are a bit too strong for us at the moment. But I'm going to try to cut through them anyway because I value my I value my element of surprise a little bit. Actually, I don't know if we can make it up this mountain. I don't know if this mountain will allow us to walk up, especially if we die. So actually, hold up. We got clapped a little bit. But that's not bad because then we just respawn in the safe zone. And there's Gwen. Look at that. Perfect. All according to plan. I'm gonna talk to her. Got two things to you. Tasty and warm. Will you help me make my fusion gumbo so you get your meteor for you? Now get off my property, as he says. Thanks. Numbuh 3 told me about this meteor. I didn't see it fall, but I'm glad we recovered it before Fuse could. Maybe we'll learn something about planet fusion. Hey, why'd you take my potion at Ed? Are you some kind of meanie? And then she continues that we also have this one to do. May Kanker is dangerous with that magic book. Will you help me get it from her? And what does she say? That was a close call. It's scary to think that May Kanker with magical powers. I need to destroy that magic potion before she causes any mischief. So the next thing to do is we have to go ask May for the book. Because Gwen doesn't want May to have it. There is a Monkey Skyway agent in here. It is just up. There's just up here. So it's not in like the main area over here. It's kind of up here. There's the entrance to the infected zone, which is also up here. But there's also the Monkey Skyway, which is right up here. So we can take that back to Blackhead. We can only go to Blackhead, which is kind of annoying because if you look at the map, it's right by Nowhere and it's right by Devil's Canyon or Devil's Bluff, which are two areas that I would really like to travel to if I was traveling from Pimpleback, but just Blackhead is our option. We're gonna fly to. Well, I mean, all we're gonna do is fly to Camp Kinney anyway to talk to May. And then, essentially, I think we'll be done. We can talk to Mayor to turn in our final part for cleaning up City Hall. And then we will be done with, I I think all of the level 16 missions. Let me check the checklist. We did finish Mystery of the Meteor Part 2. We did finish Treetop Troubles, and we did finish Book of Prophecy Part 2. So yeah, there's only 2 more missions for us to do in this part, which is good. We went through like a lot of missions. At least it feels like we did. I actually don't think we actually did, if I'm looking at it, but it feels like we did. And that actually gave you a little bit, that whole ride there gave you a little bit of a preview as to what we'll be getting into in later parts, because we'll be going to Devil's Bluff and Devil's Canyon in a bit of a far future. It's not too far away. I think that's like a level 22 or 21, 22 area. So we're not honestly too far away from it. We are level 16, but like maybe it'll be a little bit before we get there. Let's go. Oh, we do not want to go to Nowhere. We want to go to Camp Kidney. Going to Nowhere would not be the call. No, going to Nowhere would, in fact, be the opposite of where we want to go. Because there's nothing for us in Nowhere. We have to ask May Kanker for the book. Something tells me that she's not going to want to give it to us. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the fact that there are 2 more missions in this plotline, or maybe it's the fact that I wouldn't want to give you my magic book if you asked me for it. But maybe we'll have to improvise a little bit. Again, I don't actually remember how this mission line goes. I do remember that we have to ask May for the book, but other than that, it's kind of a foggy. What's up, May?
Can I interest you in a mission?
No way, my sister Marie found the magic book in the graveyard at midnight, and we're not giving it up. The Book of Prophecy is mine, and Ed will be mine too. So we have to ask Ed to go out with May. Uh-oh. I can already see that this will not go well. I can already see this is not going well. Because I don't think under any circumstance would Ed say yes to this question. Right? Am I alone here? I feel like there's no circumstances where Ed would go, yeah, I'd go out with May Kanker. I go out with this gross bully. Not to say May is gross. I'm sure May is a very kind-hearted person, but like, Ed and May do not have a very good history. In the show, at least. Hello, Ed. I have a proposition for you. Wow, now we're not lucky. The magic is very powerful. The forces of destiny are at work here. Go back to Ed and see if you can make friends with him. I say to thee, no way! King of the Jungle is not going out with May Kanker. This is also a level 16 mission, so we're not going to do that one yet. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to finish up the part by going back to the mayor. Because he needs these aroma crystals that we very kindly got him from Leakey Lake, and we started the part by accepting this mission. It only seems fitting that we end the part by also doing this mission as well. So we'll just take a quick scamper over to downtown, and then we'll take the monkeys and we'll fly on over to City Hall, and we will turn in the mission. Let's fly. But I think that will be everything that we have to do in this part. We've now completed all the level 15 missions. Next part will be I believe our Flapjack mission, where we'll be going through all of Flapjack's missions, as well as the extra missions that were added, like Lou and You, Property Bothers, Something's Fishy, I believe is also one that we can get in Candy Cove. And I'll be going through over a lot of the things that we added in the update. I wish I could have done this part, or I wish I could have done that part 2 parts ago when the update actually came out, but unfortunately our character wasn't high enough level because some of the missions that we had to do are level 16. And obviously were not available to us at the time. Bubbles also has a mission for us. We're obviously not going to be getting into this part because we are wrapping up as of this moment, but let's talk to Mayor. I do believe the water at City Hall now smells springtime fresh. Or is that summer rain? Whoever gave this you must be a plum brilliant. Oh, this smells simply delightful. I hope it will quickly sanitize and deodorize the moat so we can have a proper award ceremony. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
And with that, that's going to be the end of our part today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly, truly appreciate it. If you guys are enjoying this series, make sure you guys are leaving a like on the video. It really, truly helps a lot. And it helps me figure out what I need to improve for future parts. So it honestly helps out a lot, and I can definitely say that without your feedback, a lot of this this playthrough would be a lot worse. Also, obviously leave your comments if you have a nano suggestion, including Demongo now, because we have Demongo as a nano that we can use now. Let me know, and I will definitely try to go through and include one of those. And if you guys hit that subscribe button, you'll never miss a video that I upload. And if you hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button, you will also really never miss a video that I upload, because you'll get notified on all of your devices whenever I do, which is honestly the dream and the goal. So if you guys do ring that notification bell and tell me, I will give you guys a crispy shout out at the end of the video. Today's crispy shout out goes to Basic Bacon. Talk about crispy when you talk about bacon. Whew. Thank you so much for turning on your notifications. I really, truly appreciate it. You are awesome. And guys, that's going to be it from me today. I will see you guys next time when we go through some of the new missions that were added in the Flapjack update. And I will see you guys later. Peace, and have a good day.